I mean, it's interesting because I feel like I learned a lot in science class about, you know, about global warming and about things that are happening to our planet. And I feel like it often feels like a impenetrable experience that we don't really understand that it's happening far away from us. So this is the first place, this my own little property that I've just followed my feeling to plant things, plant flowers, plant herbs. I'll get, butterfly seeds and scatter them everywhere, plants that are beneficial for butterflies. And I will essentially just trust what grows and keep following my feeling about what grows. And essentially what I've learned from my very own, feels like a small experience, like the cycle of life and the importance of growing plants, growing trees, and allowing them to exist and grow fully without manicuring them. I've been criticized for being someone who likes weeds, which I think is hysterical. That was one of the comments that someone made when they came over. Oh, Darcy likes weeds. I was like, I guess I do. And I consider, though, that there's such a beneficial property or element to every single plant that grows. So there are plants that will come and get infested with aphids, like aphids will grow on this milkweed. But there will be bugs and insects that will come and eat those aphids as well. And if that plant doesn't survive, it will die, break down, make really beautiful soil, rich soil. And that's what I've found, like, as I've been growing season after season, the soil gets richer and richer because the plants have grown and then died, and then grown and then died, so that there's beneficial elements from the actual decomposition, obviously, of the plant as it breaks down. So I feel like contained in your very own personal garden is like this, not only a metaphor, but that's like actually what is beneficial about this cycle of life, about things breaking down, about the bugs that come that then feed other insects that then feed the birds, and the birds there's a natural balance, and we interfere in a way. And I've recognized there's so much like that I'm taught by observing this experience, that I'm like, oh, well, it's okay that it's not, this plant isn't flourishing in the way I think it is in the area that it's, meant to flourish in. It's like for me to just be really a witness and a participant with something growing in the way that it's meant to grow. And that I feel like I've assisted to create a small little ecosystem that's perfectly balanced in the way that it is, because like I said, there's creatures that come naturally, they're drawn here to my very full, vegetative backyard, and are benefiting because there are so many insects, because it can sometimes be infested with this or sometimes be infested with that. So I feel like there's just a natural process that is occurring regularly that we learn to interfere with. And I've been learning so much from just allowing things to grow and die and break down and then flourish again. So I've learned to, there's a lot of little white butterflies, and I've always been like, they're so gorgeous. And they actually will eat my vegetables. And they're the ones that, that plant, they'll like birth caterpillars, but then eat vegetables and stuff. But I feel like it's just part of the experience, that it isn't like being a successful gardener isn't about successfully growing everything, never having anything die, everything look beautiful. It's like learning, experimenting, trying something, trying this out, trying that out. And I feel like that's been entirely my experience as a gardener, has been like, I'm new to this, and every time I'm new, every single plant is a new experience and a new growing experience. So the more I can learn from each plant, the more I learn about how to care for them